Hello, friend. In this episode, I'm going to discuss a topic that I've kind of been waiting for something a little bit specific because the thumbnail for this video was created by my lovely niece, Saya. And I don't want to leave out her lovely sister, Layla. But seeing as I'm going to use her thumbnail, her creation for this video, I want to have a message that I could share with my two beautiful nieces that they could apply and benefit from. And this is, as Spirit gives it to me, it's called the Negate and Replace practice. Negate means you deny it, and replace means you choose a different thought to replace the one that you're negating. So, see if I can clarify this as best I can. So, all the time, if we're watching our mind, we're constantly having thoughts come in and go out. And most of the times, we're not actually choosing those thoughts. So, if something happens to us, we might think a negative thought and create sadness, or think a negative thought and create anger, or focus on something negative about that situation. And when we do that, what we're doing is we're creating an energetic momentum with that. We're affirming it. We're saying this is how it is. And because when we have those thoughts, if we agree to having those thoughts and the idea of those thoughts, then we get an energetic feedback that affirms them. For example, if you have a sad thought, you will create sadness. If you have a happy thought, you will create happiness. If you have an angry thought, you will create anger. So it works 100% of the time like this. The thought that you think will create the validation, such as an emotion or other manifestation creation. So in this negate and replace practice, what we're going to do is next time you have a sad thought, or next time you have an angry thought, or a lonely thought, or something negative, instead of accepting that thought, instead use your mind, use your consciousness, and apply a positive thought instead, and focus on something positive instead. Tell a different story, even if it seems kind of fake in the moment. So if you're sad about something because something happened at school, for example, instead of accepting that thought that what happened was sad, let's instead use our mind and visualize what we would have preferred to experience, as though it was already done. So visualize it in your mind, in your imagination, something positive happening instead of the sad thing that happened. And what we're doing is we're changing our energy about that. So in essence, we're denying sadness, we're denying a negative response, and we're actively creating a positive response. And if you consider this, if a person woke up and all day they thought sad thoughts all day long, at the end of the day, they would be very sad. If a person wakes up in the morning and all day long they think happy thoughts, at the end of the day, they'd be very happy. So what we're doing with this process is we're beginning to watch our own mind and pull out the weeds of negative thoughts and replace them with positive thoughts so that we can have a more positive, empowered experience in life, instead of a victim kind of mindset and a negative mindset where everybody's doing these things to us. We're actually beginning to understand. And if speaking directly to my two nieces right now, what you might not understand, even though you're very young, is very few people in your life understand what I'm explaining to you right now. That your mind is responsible for how you feel, and that you can actually change your thoughts about your mind. Change your thoughts in mind. You can change your mind about your mind. So if you think a sad thought, you can negate it, you can deny it, and think a happy thought instead, and visualize what you'd be preferring to experience. You can also do the opposite. If a person's having a really happy day, they could actually deny a happy thought and think a sad thought instead and create sadness. But we're not trying to do that. But I'm just showing you it works both ways. But we want to use it for our betterment. We want to use it for our expansion, for our growth. And begin to refine out these unnecessary thoughts of negativity that create these negative expressions and experiences for us so that we're empowered. All right. So I'll trust that I have explained that satisfactorily and sufficiently. Bless you, friends. We'll close the episode there, and we'll talk soon.